Am I the jerk for not telling the woman her boyfriend was flirting with me until after she embarrassed me? Later in the night, she made this comment in front of everyone about how I was trying really hard to get male attention because I was dressed up.
What?
Hey, you walked straight into that one, sis.
No, I was getting our caffeine in. Like, hi guys.
Hi.
Me and Steph have so much to talk about today.
Honestly, we recorded for total transparency, Reddit Realness first. We had to literally stop ourselves
From yapping. One of the things, actually no. Okay, let's go into your week. Jesus Christ, how's your week?
My week has been fine. It's been really productive. But not in a work way. I just feel like I've just gotten stuff done. Yeah, it's been fine. Honestly, I don't have an L of the week.
Lovely.
I don't have an L of the week. But yeah, it's been fun-ish. I've been sharing a lot more of like my fitness stuff on socials, which is fun.
It is
At
really
first, I
nice
didn't think
to
people
see.
would actually be interested, but I've actually had really good responses, and like people have been so supportive and just like, yeah, it's been nice. And I think I'm seeing more of the importance of doing it, even just for representation, because I think everyone thinks that in order to be fit you have to be like super shredded and like skinny, etc. It's like, actually no, like you can be in a bigger body and actually still be strong and like actually exercise and show that you move, and there's no shame with that. I think it's important. So it's been really nice. I've been having a lot of fun on socials recently. So yeah, so it's been a good week. I've been eating good. Which Manny hates.
How was the cake? So for
Oh,
context, guys, so there is Get Baked. It's a viral cake place. They send you letterbox cake. It's basically letterbox cake, but it doesn't fit for your letterbox, by the way. And so the one I really wanted to get Steph, they weren't shipping it out for her birthday, so I got her a replacement one, and then the real one came 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
2 days ago. Now I don't know why you'd buy someone who's on a fitness journey 2 cakes, but I highly appreciate both.
Because you said what you wanted, so I gave
Yeah,
you.
I know, but you just gave me a replacement one. But it was nice. To be honest, total transparency, I could only have a few spoons. Manny had a bit too, but then I had to give the rest to my family, just because I was just like, I'm literally running for my life right now, and I'm really trying to up my like endurance and the distance that I'm running. So I was like, okay, cool. Like I'm gonna have a couple of spoons. It was really nice, by the way. Like I highly recommend it, and I think a lot of people received their cake at the same time as mine because people were posting on their socials.
Okay.
Like, oh my God, like on Twitter, I was just seeing people post that cake, like, oh my God, it's worth every penny.
After you, so yes, so basically with that cake, you couldn't order it for a while.
Yeah.
So they put it on hold whilst they were doing their specials or something.
Yeah.
And so I think everyone's orders all for that cake came at the same time.
Yeah.
But I got an email after, and I thank God I put it through when I put it through, because of the heat wave, they're stopping delivering orders because they can't for a while, because they can't manage the cakes in the heat. They can't promise that it's going to come in the way that they would want, the quality that they want.
Mine came frozenish.
Yeah.
And then I left it out. It was really nice. Trust me, that was really nice. And I will say my bad to my colleagues, because I did promise that I'll bring them something. Like, I've got this really big cake coming and I can't eat all of it. And I said I'll bring it in next week, but then I saw that you have to eat within a certain time and you can't freeze it. I thought you could freeze it. So like I said, I had a few bites. Manny had some, and then I gave some to my family. But even that was a proud moment, because if that was me and Manny were talking about it, I was like, if this was back in the day, I would have dusted that bitch off. Like a year or two ago, I would have I wouldn't even have told Manny that it arrived. I would have ate that bitch. But because of obviously changing habits, etc., like I didn't feel the desire to eat the whole cake. So don't get me wrong, it was nice. I didn't feel bad after I gave it away, like, oh, I should have kept it to myself. But yeah, no, it was a really nice cake. It just came. When it came, I was like, this is the devil. This is the devil, and I need to resist, because yeah, we've got things to do. But yeah, it's been a good week. Like, I'm hurting a bit.
Doms?
No, you know what? I need to get a knee strap, a knee compression thingy, because that hat squat machine is fucking me
I don't
up.
fucking step on it. I can't fucking do. I refuse.
I can't. It's fucking me up. And they got a new one where it's even worse than the hat squat. It's just like a seat that you sit in,
Okay.
but it's like it's just a seat. Like I'll say like 3/4 of a seat, and you're basically using your legs and your nyash to pull up the seat. It's like hat squat, but
But
you don't even have the support of like the back support
to keep you
It's
stable.
just
Yeah,
the seat. Oh my god, my knee is fucking up. I used to get like a knee compression thing.
Yeah,
'Cause-
that machine. I will always. I would prefer to manually squat
then
than
do
hack
it,
squat.
and even
'cause-
manually squat. I need to get better because my lower body mobility is now slacking compared to my upper body
Mm.
because now that I stretch a lot, my upper body mobility is really good. My lower
Oh.
body mobility, like my hips are tight, and because I'm like taking up hybrid training, so I'm focusing on running and obviously lifting heavy. I am injuring myself left, right, and center, and I know it's obviously because one, I have to take account that I'm carrying more weight than obviously an average like hybrid trainer, and two, because obviously with trying new exercises, etc., and I'm not actually doing like proper stretches. Like really, you're supposed to be doing like anything between like 15 to half an hour worth of stretching
Swear.
before you strength train, but also you actually have to warm yourself up and stretch quite a bit before you run. And I wasn't
like
doing
dynamic
that.
stretching.
Yeah, like plyometrics, etc., which I'm trying to get better at. So like even like even just like skipping a bit or like jumping, just to make sure that you're strengthening your knees. So I've been trying to like incorporate exercises that strengthen my knees because I'm like, okay, you're going to lift and then you're going to run. Sometimes you're running to the gym and then lifting and you're not actually stretching properly, which is why I keep getting injured. So I need to get like one of those like knee compression sleeves for this knee because it's the hack squat is fucking it up. But also actually no, my end of the week is that I tried the Saucony running trainers. My husband got me running trainers for my birthday present.
Cute.
I don't like it,
Why?
and I should because it's like one of the like it's a really good one. But what I've realized is that I need to actually go do like a Gantt analysis because I don't land on I land on the side of my feet.
You know what? Sometimes that is tightness. What you
Yeah,
said.
yeah,
Sometimes your gait. Also, because when I started running, I realized sometimes you run body first,
yeah.
and you're supposed to be
Foot
on
first.
foot first, and sometimes that can come from literally your gait and how the lack of mobility
So I
you
said
have in
Gantt
your
is
how
actually
tight your
gait
hips are.
analysis. Yeah, so I land on the side of my feet, and this was forcing me to land on the inside of my feet, so it just felt really
Weird,
uncomfortable.
yeah.
I didn't feel stable, so I need a more stable running trainer that actually gives stability and cushioning. And I did the dumb thing of using Claude to kind of try and find the right shoe, and even though Claude is like my best mate, that's my girl, she can't get a full analysis on my foot, so I need to go to a running store. But what I'm going to do is just get a new version of my old running trainers because those were really good. They were stable, but they were also cushioned. And use that whilst I need to catch the 5K before I buy any other running trainer. I just said that to myself so I can actually finish it. But yeah, those Sauconys, that was like the worst run I've done. It was really frustrating because it would have been a good run, but because I was so conscious of like staying stable, I just did not enjoy it.
Because you're too
Yeah,
you're
like so
concentrating on
I
that.
just started. I went back to my old running trainers, but I'm most likely gonna get them in Vinted. If you're looking for good running trainers and you don't want to spend that much, just go on Vinted because so many people buy, especially runners, either buy the shoe just to run the marathon, or they buy it and they don't do the analysis too, so then they don't like the trainers and they've only worn it once, so they've only worn it at home and they've missed the return date. So it's actually a good place to go on. And I got that tip from another runner who I was watching on YouTube, and he was like, don't spend like too much on gear. Go on places like Vinted and you actually find like trainers that are almost just like brand new or are brand new. Because a lot of runners, especially like professional hybrid trainers or people that like are like proper runners, like running enthusiasts, they have like a stupid amount of running trainers, and they're also gifted trainers as well.
Oh,
So
yeah, of
some of them
course,
don't even
yeah.
use it. So what I like to do on Vinted, this is a tip for everyone. I follow influencers on Vinted because they
Okay.
get sent so much stuff and they don't use it. you're likely to get stuff that's like got tags on it, etc. So there's one like influencer who's like fitness influencer who lost a lot of weight, and like she's got like sports bras and everything that still have tags on it. So I just bought a whole bunch from her.
Cool.
And they came and it's like I've got like 4 different sports bras now. I've got like brand new Adidas like training leggings. I've got a dry fit running coat coming. Like there's so many things. So that's a tip for you guys, because a lot of influencers are selling their stuff, reselling their stuff, especially things that were gifted on Vinted. And it just saves them money, because running shoes are expensive.
So
Running as a
expensive.
hobby is expensive. Running and wanting to look good whilst you're running, or even going to the gym, which I know people have their arguments about, and I'm sorry if I'm rambling on about fitness, but it's my personality now. Just get over it. I'll stop talking about it when I make some progress. But there's been this like debate about like, oh, the pressure to now look good when you're going to the gym, and like the commodification of like running and like training, etc. And whilst I do agree, like as someone who used to go to the gym with like my like tattered top, like an old top that I don't wear no more, like outside, or like leggings, I thought you can like, oh yeah, it's just the gym, you can go there looking rough, and you can. But what I do find is that when I do at least try and make my shit coordinate, I actually feel better, and it makes me train harder. I feel more confident. And with running, I just feel like, I think at the beginning of definitely, especially at my stage, you can get away with just like using basic gear, but as you get more into it, even just to prevent injuries, certain things you do need.
You start to feel what you need.
Yeah, because especially when you don't have like the data, like I got the Garmin watch, and like the data on there humbled me so much, because I didn't realize how bad my recovery was, like to the point where it was screaming at me.
That's why you said to go to
to
sleep.
sleep, because I was on -5 in terms of body battery. It's literally told me it's gonna take me 43 hours to recover.
Oh, you're like
And
that.
I would have gone to the gym today. And he was like, you need to take, I say he, it was like, you need to take it a bit more easy today. So like I can get my steps in and stuff, but I can't lift heavy, because there'll be times where I'll either get sick or I'll injure myself. I'm just like, oh, it's just part of going to the gym. It's like, no, you're not letting your body recover properly. And also, because I'm always doing something, I don't get that much sleep. I'll kid you not, me getting 7 hours sleep is like once a week, and it's usually over the weekend. And now I'm seeing the effects of that on my body. I'm like, oh no, I actually need to sleep. Like it doesn't matter what I have to do. It can wait till the morning.
This is why I was so keen to get a Whoop, because where with exercise you can see where you make a difference. You can feel your strength. You can see how you go stronger. All of those things. And with diet, you literally know what you're putting in. The one thing I was missing when it comes to like lifestyle in that sense was sleep, because I was like, I'm sleeping for 5 hours and waking up well. I'm like, brilliant. And because I'm high functioning on little sleep, also I thought I'm not, but so I thought, I was like, because I can get all my work done in a day, no problem. So I'm, again, when I lock in, and then and it's adrenaline that's keeping me. So I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Have a Red Bull, good. And what I wasn't realizing, because you have, without a wearable, you don't actually know the effects it has on your body, especially if you're a high functioning person, like you are, like I am. So it was like, once I started seeing that, it was like, oh, by the way, your recovery's in the pits of hell. You've had like 2% recovery, and it's like, huh? Because I've been able to do, because the actual things like you do in a day, you're still able to do them. So you don't even clock that your body's actually suffering, because you don't feel like that. So like one of the things I clocked it, I've seen it this week, and when it's very humbling to realize it, where when I'm tired or when I'm depleted, I become very self-conscious. And we've known, you know me. So we're not necessarily tying it to a situation. We're not tying it to my insecurities. We're thinking it's an individual situation. It's an individual situation. It actually isn't. Like a lot of the time, it's as I get more tired during the day,
burnt out,
my brain. So my body doesn't feel tired, but my brain is getting tired, and the overthinking comes because you're just trying to exert more. And that's when I'm like, oh, okay, sleep is so important, because you can miss shit. Yeah. And then you don't know why you're feeling all the emotions you're feeling.
Yeah. And I mean, for me, who work up until like I'm absolutely burnt out, or like even when I go to the gym, it's like one day I'm like hip thrusting at 120 kg, and then the like 2 days later I can barely do 100. I'm like, what is happening? Because I'm trying to do that progressive overload, but it feels like I'm just going up and down. Yeah. And then also what I realized is that I'm very dependent on pre-workout now. And that is a sign alone that my body's not recovering properly. Because if I have to take that much caffeine just to power through a workout, my body's not ready to actually lift. Which is why I got the Garmin, because one, I want you to track my pace, which I have descended, by the way. I'll run as slow as I can if that I need to, in order to get the distance in. What I care about right now is distance. I can do pace once I've actually reached the 5K. Please, because the pressure to be running fast and, oh yeah, if you're not running at a certain pace, that means that you're not really doing anything. No, because I need to focus on the distance. What I've realized, and this is just for me, guys, I've been in like a hybrid training running pit. Like, I've just, all my content that I get served on YouTube is just that. But what I've learned is that it's the distance, especially when you're first starting, it's the distance that's matters. So what you should be focusing on is running further than you did before. Pace comes after that. You can perfect pace and get faster once you've covered the distance, because then you know you can run the 5K, then you can start focusing on running it faster. But because what I used to do is that the moment I set out, like the first run, I'm running. By the time it gets to the third run, I'm exhausted. I can't even complete the thing. But ever since I slowed down my pace, I can complete my runs easy, fine, calm. I don't feel like I'm about to die by the third run, and I still have like 3 more to go. Because as you get further into the plan, the amount of times that you have to run gets it's less times that you have to run, but the runs get longer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, if I have to run for 3 minutes straight, I can't exert all my energy. That's done, because I need to be able. It's called endurance. You have to be able to hold your pace up until the end of the
and
run.
that's how you get to the 5s, the 5s,
Exactly.
the 10s, the 15s. Yeah, of course.
So that's what I've been doing. But like, the Garmin just helps me with like data, because like the Apple Watch is good, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't give you all the data. Like my VO2 max, I learned is terrible, but it's not accurate because it's only been 1 day, and I only walked yesterday, so I didn't actually do any hard cardio. Today I have a benchmark run, which will basically tell the Garmin watch where I'm at in terms of my VO2 max. But even my fitness age, humbling.
What are you on?
I'm 37.
Yeah, I'm like 36, 37.
And my target is 29. So I'm determined to hit 29 by the end of this year, if I can. I'm actually determined to do it.
Because I hate when it increases.
Yeah,
And
it went to 37.5 this morning. I said, I'm dying.
Hold on, let me try and find mine.
But what I do like about the watch is it gives you practical steps in terms of how to reduce your fitness age and also increase your VO2 max.
Oh yeah.
So it's very brutal in terms of its data, but I think it's much needed. I know like a lot of people say you don't need that to start. No, you don't need a Garmin watch to start. You probably don't need new running trainers to start. But for me, I'm the kind of person. Actually, you're increasing. You're decreasing.
Yeah, just about. Jeez, thank God.
But yeah, my one was 37, and that was humbling. Like all the data I got yesterday was just humbling. I was like, okay, right, I've got work to do, because I thought I was working before. I'm not. I need to do a lot more vigorous cardio. So basically, I need to be on the Stairmaster more. But yeah, it's just been interesting, just like learning a lot of stuff and applying it. And I think you probably already know this, guys. Once I'm interested in something, I fixate on it. But it's a good fixation, because I'm just learning a lot about my body and the body and exercise, etc., and why certain things haven't worked for me in the past. And also running around with the -5 body battery is absolutely horrifying. I thought I used to put it down to like a bit of brain fog, or maybe I just need to go to bed an hour earlier. But no, legit, like sleep, guys. Sleep.
You're in sleep debt.
Sleep. I'm like beyond, like, bro, like the thing is bad. Yeah, it's saying I need 6 more hours to recover. Which is crazy. That's a whole day and a bit. But yeah, how was your week?
It's been all right. One thing I do want to talk about, and we'll talk about this in the main point, like in a bit, because this comes into one of the things you were saying. I feel like there is a culture, and I don't know if it's just where we're at or summer, but there's a culture of people complaining about things that other people do when you don't have to do it. Because when you were talking about people complaining that, oh, the gym is it feels like you have to look good now. You don't have to, by the way.
You can actually just go in your headscarf. But I
Like,
want
if
to.
you would, and this is the thing, if you want to, it's great, but let the people that want to
Yeah.
do it. And you, if you want to go in your t-shirt, your big t-shirt, that's also, nobody's watching
No,
you.
no one actually cares. If people want to look good in the gym, let them look
Let
good.
them look good.
We didn't have as much options with activewear as we do now. There's so many options.
So why
That-
must we force everyone to be in
So-
home clothes in the gym if we want to dress up? In the same way, by the way, if you want to be in home clothes in the gym, nobody's judging you.
No one's
If you
judging
want
you.
to, if you now want to make it good, tie it up in a knot. There we
That-
go.
that-
It's okay.
No
Like,
one's judging you. And also, what I would say is that it's no secret that this generation, especially as of recently over the past, like I'll say like 2-3 years, there has been a massive increase in people taking their fitness seriously. A lot more people are spending a lot more time in the gym working out, etc. I know I do.
yeah.
I spend so much time in the gym. Like, it's, if I'm not working at home, I'm at the gym. So obviously, if that's like the only place I'm really stepping out to go to, why not make an effort?
We're not going club no more. It's just another place that we spend our time. It's like, in the same way we would buy clothes for festivals, but if you're not going to festivals, if you're not going to concerts, if you're not going to other things, and you're not doing the brunches, that's what you're doing. So now have clothes for that.
All I do is stay home and work.
But it's like, again, the whole, and it's a similar thing we're going to talk about with people looking at relationships and whatever have you. And like this comparison, and this is why I brought this up in particular, because of how my week's been. This week, and I think I've been overly tired. I'm on my period, and all the good stuff that happens as a girl, and like work changes and whatever have you. And at one point, I felt insecure. Right, I felt insecure, and I was like, in the real theme of what we talk about, work on yourself so you don't become a hater. I was like, everything is happening. You're feeling overwhelmed. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb and lock in. And I found it so helpful. And again, you know, I don't ever have my phone on Do Not Disturb apart from when I'm at my partner's house, right? So everyone, I'm contactable any time of the day. I'm sending things any time of the day. And when I was able to just lock in, one, I was a lot more productive because I'm not being distracted. And two, my brain was able to be a bit more quieter because I wasn't having things chucked at me, and not like people per se, but even I wasn't going on Instagram to look at things and having more things feed me, especially when I'm feeling vulnerable. And I was like, it's okay now, because no one's forcing you to do anything. And in the same realm, I'm seeing a lot of things like people need to, and you spoke about this the other day where you're like, people are like, when will we make it cool again? And just do the thing. Just do the shit. Just focus on your own. Everyone's like, oh, it's not, like the idea that people are saying, oh, we need to make it cool again to not be fashionable to gym. This isn't even a place to watch people like that.
Yeah, I spoke about this on my Substack. Follow me, guys. It's Unfiltered Steph. Or just search Steph and Chickpea, it must come out. I spoke about this because there's this whole thing now, and you see it on socials, especially on Instagram and TikTok. And I know, again, it's just like a social led trend. It will probably die, but this whole thing of like, oh, cool girls, or the cool girl thing to do, or what I find chic, etc. And what is creating is this almost like is it monolithic? If that's a word, like behavior where everyone feels like they need to conform to one certain aesthetic, or over create this aesthetic that isn't naturally them, in order to fit into this trend. And my thing is, be cool, but the coolest thing you can be is yourself. And it's down to you to create your cool. If you're truly cool, that means it may be a bit messy. It may not make sense to everyone. There's this creator who I came across on socials. I can't remember her name. If I come across her, I'll find her. But she basically blew up on one of her TikToks, blew up because she said that she was wearing this like outfit, which I thought was quite interesting. Like, it had a lot of character, etc. It may not necessarily match, and maybe the average person won't get it, but I could tell that it represents her character. And she said that she was walking past a woman, and the woman said that she's really well dressed. And people in the comments like, oh my God, this outfit's a mess. Da, 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 da. She was like, hold on. This is my personal style. And the more videos I saw of her, I was like, this makes so much sense, because she has her own personal style. She expresses herself through her personal style. That is what personal style is. If you are on Pinterest or you're on Instagram and you're copying people's outfits down to the T, you do not have personal style. You are following trends, and that's fine. Not everyone is naturally stylish, etc. We're not supposed to be. Some people just aren't naturally stylish. Some people just aren't naturally interested in fashion. We all have our interests. But this whole thing where people feel like they need to kind of fit a certain aesthetic, or they think they can create a cool it's for me, it's kind of redundant. We're not meant to be all the same. We're not.
Yeah.
By
Yeah.
human nature, we're not all the same. So what makes you cool is what makes you different, what makes you you. And that might not be the most interesting thing ever. It may not mean that you are going out in like a bright red coat and a bright blue dress and like yellow shoes, etc., just to stand out. But it's what makes you you. What is your own personal taste? And the only way you can really find that is through one, your own cultural experiences. So exposing yourself to more cultural experiences, whether it's going to museums, maybe it's reading more, etc., watching documentaries, forming your own thoughts about the world, about fashion, etc., and applying that to your own life, and then expressing yourself through different mediums. So whether it's through your hairstyles, through your clothes, etc., through your accessories. I really love accessories. I love a big earring. I love like bangles that make noise, etc., because I'm a very loud person. I like shiny things. I like extravagant things, etc. It shows through the way I speak about things, my ambitions, again, my jewelry, maybe the prints that I wear. I love printed stuff. I love like zebra prints, which is coming back in, and I absolutely love it. Or like leopard print, etc. I'm looking at a leopard print Bible cover, for goodness sake. But that's down to my own personal style because of who I am. That may translate to what you wear to the gym, etc. But if that isn't you, it doesn't mean that you need to force yourself into that box. Because what will happen is that now you will eventually get tired and be like, why are we all doing this? Oh, this is not cool. Da, 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 da. Oh, everyone's forcing themselves. Whereas you had the choice not to do that and actually focus on creating your own life.
It's you. And this is the thing, like sometimes, and when you spoke about culture stuff, like I love culture stuff, as you know. And so I always look for like not niche things, but like things that represent culture that I find cool.
Yeah.
Just fuck it. I find cool. Like even like as we were talking, I was like, you know what I've been meaning to get done for time because I just like it. Henna. I just actually like it. Like so, and that's okay. Like that's just okay. Showcase your stuff through things that you find cool. It doesn't even have to look good. It just makes you feel nice.
Yeah. Or it's something that you're just genuinely interested in. And I think, again, we need to stop attacking people's interests that fall outside our own. If people want to follow trends, let them follow trends. Trends are there for a reason. Vogue tells us what's going to be in during autumn and winter of 2026 for a reason. Because there's people who will read it and interpret it in the way they want to. But it's there for a reason. Trends have existed for so long. What we need to stop doing is demonizing people for doing what the hell they want. You do what you want. Let that person do what they want. But we can't be here trying to fit ourselves into a box. And when we realize, actually, this is not a box for us, we're like, why is everyone doing this? No. You have the option to create your own life and create your cool. Whether that means that you do wear a bleach stained t-shirt to the gym, or you wear a matching set and matching socks because that's what you like to do. It's all down to the individual. And I guess it feeds into like what you want to speak about later. Like even when it comes to people's choices with relationships, etc. It is not your life. Do what works for you in your life. Just because you see something, I guess this whole thing of, oh yeah, you or I don't know why people bring this into the public eye or create content, etc. I don't think anyone needs to educate you about the creator economy. I don't think anyone needs to educate.
And also, sorry, beyond that, because I fucking want to. Let's call a spade a spade. I was having this conversation with my friend today about people feeling entitled to comment on people's lives. And then I think the person was like, oh, well, if you don't want people to comment on your lives, don't put it out there.
Why should I hide?
Let me just be clear right now. People choose, and as individuals, we choose to put whatever we want out there. And yes, we leave ourselves open to criticism and opinions. That doesn't mean I have to take it, by the way.
You will get cussed out.
You can get cussed out and you can get ignored. Let's call it, because the entitlement of people, just because you put your business out there, it's not for you to comment on. And by the way, if you comment on it, I can ignore it. I can ignore it or tell you to fuck off. Which one?
Yeah, it's just, again, I don't think anyone needs to educate anyone on the creator economy in this day and age. We know that it's people's jobs. It's been people's jobs for a while. A lot of people have experiences that they want to share. And if you're one of those people, do it. I always say do it because you just never know where it will take you. But we can't be demonizing people for creating the content. You go on TikTok to scroll and watch what? You go on YouTube to watch what? You go on Instagram to watch what? Content. You're watching this because it's what? Content. We can't demonize the very thing that we run to for entertainment, for education, for enlightenment, etc.
We actually can't half the time. It's like
we can't.
And again, back to what we were saying previously, a lot of people, I believe, are overcompensating. You're making something negative because like, and again, some of this stuff is subconscious, but sometimes you want to be doing the thing and your spirit's reacting. Let's call a spade a spade. Sometimes you want to do the thing and your spirit is reacting negatively to being triggered, which happens so often. Let's be guided. Let's be so motherfucking guided.
And don't get me wrong, I get triggered all the time on socials. I say I'll be open and say it. I get triggered all the time when I see Peggy Goo with a new bag, one Chanel with a giraffe head. I'm like, how did it? Why her? Why her? And I'm like, well, it's Peggy Goo. It would be her. Chanel ain't sending me no bag. When am I gonna show it to you guys? Just come here with my bag. I ain't got no influence. We know that. But like, again, it's for me to control that feeling. Like, where's that coming from? And I'm like, okay, I just really like the bag. There's a lot of things that I like that I can't afford. We know that. My taste is bigger than my bank account. I'm
Also-
poor. Like, of course, everything's gonna make me feel a way that's nice and I can't afford. For goodness' sake.
Also, for content one person doesn't like, another person loves it.
Yeah.
Not everyone has the same taste, guys. By the way,
we can't. Why? You see, this is what I mean about TikTok. Like, TikTok has just become a place of attack. You're stitching. You post something, someone will stitch it and say, "This is why my problem with this. My problem with this person, like this Jools person, the Jools influencer,
no, don't know.
Miss Demure.
Go on.
So Demure,
No.
the one that came up with Demure.
Oh yes.
Mm.
Oh yes, the yes.
Yeah. That one. Anyway, she came on the internet crying, and she's back for context. She's the lady. She's a transgender lady that came up with the phrase demure. So demure, the thing that went viral. She made a lot of money off the back of it. Bought a building for her family. They all live there, etc. But essentially, she's cash poor. Apparently, she's also battling drug addiction.
Oh, is she?
Well, she's sober now, but
Okay.
during that time, she's saying she's sober. Anyway, she came on the internet and was sort of crying about her teeth. She has this habit of coming on the internet to cry. Well, I found out that apparently this is a pattern. Crying about her teeth, saying that she needs $40,000 to get her teeth fixed, and her getting a daytime job wouldn't help her situation.
We just had a conversation about teeth, so I hear it. But
So that she asks for people to donate. Basically.
okay.
No, not okay.
Why?
You are an influencer.
Mm.
You've had you've made a shit ton of money off of this demure thing.
Mm-hmm.
You've made a shit ton of money on brand deals.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking your followers, who are probably normal people with a day job, etc., probably if they ever receive $40,000, that will probably be life-changing money for them, to donate to get your teeth fixed.
Mm.
We don't see a problem with that.
It's not that I don't see a problem with that. I wouldn't necessarily do it. My thing with this is people are individual. They're going to do shit that they feel that they need to do. Context is important. So I didn't know she was battling drug addiction. Obviously, I didn't know about the story. But if she was she might just be bankrupt. I'm assuming she's bankrupt. Yeah, they might be bankrupt. And also, you've got to remember, we've like people that make content or just... especially things like this, you've got normal people who make content and one thing blows. They're not influencers.
No, but I feel like oh my god, this eyelash, sorry guys. So, I feel like they are influencers because they had a whole load
of become, but it doesn't mean
she's got millions of followers.
No, of course, but like what I'm saying is you've got a random person that's just been trying a thing, who then becomes successful from doing the thing. Don't get me wrong, they become successful from doing the thing. That doesn't mean they have the financial ability to manage their finances, to be able to do you know what I mean? Just to maneuver it in the way that all of us would maneuver and manage our finances. So they're just a normal person that's asking for money. I'm not saying it's right.
So I would agree if it wasn't that apparently this person has a history of like basically begging people for money.
Oh, fair.
Even when... yeah, they've done so
well.
a whole load. So you know when when an influencer does something wrong, there's usually people on the sidelines that have been waiting with their files. Like, and she also did this. So a whole bunch of people have been coming out saying they did this. They've had a pattern of doing this. They haven't. This is not the first time they're doing this, etc. Even if you are bankrupt, why would your teeth be your priority?
Words, actually.
And also, when they posted that video, there's dentists in the comments saying, "I've DM'd you or DM me, etc." Obviously for a collab. She's got 2.3 million followers on TikTok. So then she reduced the 40,000. I think she apparently reduced it down to 10,000. My thing is, yeah, as an influencer, even if you do need the money, for one, this is a profession. This is your
Yeah, you
profession.
could work.
You don't ask your followers
You provide a
for
service.
money,
Yeah.
and also you don't then go, oh, me getting a full-time job won't help my situation. You're essentially that, and I get what they were
forgot that
saying,
bit.
but that you're basically insulting your supporters, who are people in full-time jobs, normal people
I missed that bit.
who have to fund their.
But this has always been quite strange because when people get into public eye, I'm wondering why, and I don't see it as much UK wise.
Because we won't have it. You lot can't even
100%.
influencers can't even show what car they drive,
Yeah, word.
let alone come and say they need money.
But also, we'll just work. We'll continue working
Yeah.
until we don't have
Actually,
to work in that particular job, and then we have to work in another place.
Well, she said that because she's like a high-profile person. So
If you're high profile enough to need the money, you're high
go work
profile
at a
enough
creator agency.
to have a job.
You've grown your account to 2.3 million followers. There's a lot of businesses that will pay you to consult and show them how to do the same, or how to connect with Gen Z, or how to connect with what are you
But
talking
also,
about?
it's just, and this is why I think I don't have much of a emotion towards it, because it just gives messy.
Yeah, and
it
it
is
was
messy.
messy, and
It's just they're messy. But like this is to say that you don't expect, and this is the thing about like when people get into a certain position, you don't expect them to be messy. But why not? They historically have been messy.
they've historically been messy, and
So,
I think because
it's just messy people being messy.
she came back, she took a break from social, she came back, and then she was like talking about her sobriety journey and how she was struggling. So she had people on her side, back on her side.
So she had
growing.
rebranded,
And then now has spot that rebrand by asking people for money, and now all these scandals are coming out. I just found it so interesting because the stitches, now all my For You page is full of people stitching Jools, and I'm like, I get it. And this is the same thing happened with Elise. This random girl, she's 17. First video was to get ready with me. She was just like super shy. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm doing this just to build up my confidence. First video blew up, gained 300k followers overnight. And now people are coming out like, oh, the algorithm is racist, and she got those followers because she's a white girl. She bought those followers, etc. And there's like so many think pieces around social media. And don't get me wrong, yes, there are naturally biases. The same way society works, the same way social media will work. Obviously, people can utilize different advantages, whether it's privilege, etc. But there's also people that don't. And I, for one, can say that the algorithm will serve you what you have shown to be interested in. So if you're black, you're more likely to engage in what black content. So what's the algorithm going to show you once they've learned what you're into? Black content. Same way with white people. If you naturally relate to white influencers, for example, maybe there's had the same, I don't know, foundation shade as you, or like body type as you, etc. If you naturally engage with that content, it's going to serve you more of that. Now, I totally understand that obviously there's different biases and nuances that need to be considered. Some people, naturally, if they see maybe a person of a lighter skin tone, they're more likely to follow them because they think, oh, she's pretty, rather than a darker skin girl, etc. That's down to the actual people rather than the algorithm. I just want people to understand that, because I know it's very easy to put it down to, oh, well, the algorithm is just unfair, it's just giving the white people chances, etc. I can say as someone who works at a social media platform, that is not the case. You teach the algorithm what you want and what you're into. Same way, it's the same reason why now my For You page is full of like hybrid training and running, etc. Because that's what I've been engaging with. And it's not down to race. And I've even purposely tried to like start finding more black influencers that are into running, especially black women. And now I'm being served more. But you teach the algorithm what you want it to serve you. So when people are saying, oh, all I get is all this like plantain topics on my timeline, you engaged. Whether you were engaging to say, oh, why is everyone talking about this, etc., you've engaged. So the algorithm can't tell whether you're engaging negatively or not. You've engaged, so now it's going to serve you more of that.
And also, it's a lot of the time it's subconscious scrolling. You just scroll, you watch things, and you're not aware that you're watching them, because we're not mindful. A lot of the time, we're not mindful when we're scrolling. We're mindless scrolling, and that's why it's called doom scrolling when we do it. So you'll just be scrolling, but the thing you stop on at some point has caught your interest, and it might be because of familiarity. Also, it might be familiarity as well, because if it's a topic that you are familiar with, regardless of if you don't actively want to
Yeah.
engage with it, you're familiar with it.
Yeah,
So
and once you hit a certain like percentage, like watch time percentage, it will just assume like that's what you're interested in. Like if you're watching 80% of a video that you claim you don't like, the algorithm is gonna think, well, you stayed on this for and watched 80% of it, so you must like it. Let me serve you more. Again, you create your own experience on social media. Half of the plantain topics that you guys, whoever people complain about, it doesn't reach my timeline because I don't engage in it. I don't look at it. Like I don't even.
I find that of recent where it's like when I'm looking for things that are trending, I have to go and search it. And it's because the things I'm looking into now are so health related or like dopamine. Like I love creativity. So if that creativity in fashion, creativity with making your own accessories, making of it, that's what I'm, or making stuff for the house. Like that's what brings me joy. And I'm like, oh, this is a fun, shiny thing. And so now when it comes to looking at what general people are talking about within culture, I have to go and look for that. Do you get what I mean? Because I'm not naturally like finding it. Do you get what I mean?
So yeah, I feel like there's been a lot. I say all of this to say that I feel like, and I've said this before too. I feel like social media has just become like a kind of a platform for criticism and almost like a jungle justice, but online. I called it an online witch hunt in one of my my only Substack article. Next one's dropping on Sunday, every Sunday. And it's this whole thing of like, oh, this person's done something wrong. Let's all make think pieces about it, etc. And let's all pick them apart. But it's like no one's perfect
At all.
This is probably that, okay, social media has been around for what, let's say give or take 15 16 years now. It's only just recently become normal to document and post your life online. And I think like I feel like ever since it's become something that you can monetize, that's when the demonization has come in. Like people critiquing people posting online, or even like the whole thing of like around brand trips where people are like, oh, why are you inviting I'm tired of seeing big influencers go on brand trips, bring the normal people on. And it's like, but then that takes away from what it is, which is marketing.
Yeah.
And just say you want to go on the holiday, it's okay. Me too, I want to go on the holiday, but I know if Benefit give me the brow gel, the only person I could probably sell it to right now is my mum.
And a few we just got here fans.
And if I don't know if you people, even my adult fans of the week, I'm actually shocked when people say they've tried it, because I'm like, oh, you actually trusted my recommendation. I mean, I do like good things, especially when it comes to food. It didn't get like this for nothing. But when it comes to food, listen to me. But like it surprises me when people even like listen to product recommendations, because it's hard to sell to people.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard to gain people's trust. And I feel like sometimes it is a combination of either being super relatable to the point where the person believes that you could be their friend in real life. So if you like something, they'll most likely like something. Or aspirational, hence why the Mel Made Me Do It of the world works so well. With Mel Made Me Do It, even from a marketing perspective, it's the aspiration. People want to get as close to luxury as they can within their ability. So it's the reason why something like a business like the Lux would work, because people, one, they associate Melissa with luxury. They know they can't get a whole Aliyah set, like a whole like I don't know, Aliyah tracksuit, etc. That will break their bank account.
Yeah.
But in order to align themselves with the kind of lifestyle that she lives, where she's making charcuterie boards for her guests, etc., they will go to M&S, which is a bit more accessible, and get the stuff that she recommends, or they'll buy Le Lux because it's like luxury laundry.
And also it's a luxury, I guess it is luxury for our age in that sense. Like it's stuff that's still luxury, but it feels like a treat that we can afford as well.
Yeah, it makes us feel like we are leading a luxurious lifestyle. It's not what everyone else is buying. It has this nice smell. There's a whole process to it. Even the packaging that it comes in, it's not like a Ariel, which everyone will have, an Ariel, or like a fucking Surf, if that makes sense. It comes well packaged. It's like a whole experience. It kind of romanticizes the whole process of doing laundry, etc. But it's scented laundry products. Do you get what I mean?
I've never thought about that, and because as someone that's I've got tallow and ash, and I get tallow and ash every month. I never thought about the reason. I thought about it because I like it, but I never thought about the process of how it makes me feel. But actually, as you're saying that, all the things, I think you said this to me last week, where you're like, some people say when they use products like that, they're like, oh, it makes your house smell nice, and it's a plus, but like I hadn't deep that actually when I am excited to do laundry, when I use a product that I like. Do you get what I mean?
Because it smells
Because
nice.
it smells nice.
It makes it
It
feeds
does
into your
romanticize
lifestyle.
it. Yeah, it does
It feeds into the
romanticize
lifestyle, and
it.
that's all marketing. Like, it's the same way. Like, now she's launched the wine, and last we were like, oh, I didn't think she would. I don't think of alcohol when I think of her, but people are buying into it because they're buying into a piece of her lifestyle. It's aspirational. She represents luxury. She represents black women in luxury.
Yeah.
She has the tennis bracelet. She eats the caviar with the M&S crisps. Like, she shows us what it's like to be rich.
Yeah.
And the small parts that she shows us that it's attainable, that's affordable, is what we buy into because we want that lifestyle. And like I said, I like nice things. I don't have the money for it. Okay? What I do have the money for is a young M&S charcuterie board or a scented laundry kit. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'll buy into that because it makes me feel like I'm a bit closer to that lifestyle I aspire to. It's all about marketing. It's the same way people say, well, if you're not, it's all about pretty privilege. If you're not pretty, it's harder to blow up on socials. Yes, because it's not aspirational. People love to look at nice things. We all love to look at nice things.
Also, I have an opinion on that because I believe, like, or how I've seen the world change of recent, you can become more attractive.
But even then, you don't even need to. There's some people that have blown up on base of their personality. There's so many people that I follow, literally because they're fucking hilarious. I don't care about looks
and
per
unique.
se. Yeah, and unique. I don't care about looks when it comes to who I follow on socials. Are you interesting? Can I learn something? That's what I care about. Or are you fucking funny? I don't care about you.
Also,
and also,
looking good on prettiness alone is very, very subjective because you can look good and it not be based on prettiness.
Yeah, and also I personally cringe at the whole beauty maxing thing. So I personally avoid.
That's because you know where it comes from.
Yeah, I avoid creators that push that whole thing or have a huge emphasis on how you look in terms of like procedures, etc. I rather follow fitness influencers that will actually teach me something that will benefit me, obviously, and support my goals. But this whole thing of, again, it's all marketing. It's either it's aspirational or it's super relatable. That's why we have influencers like Junior Joy. I think Junior Joy is his name, who's super relatable because he'll go into a Lidl store and show us all the best ice creams that he's tried.
And I love that. I'm not gonna lie, I love that content, like the Aldi middle aisle content.
Like go to farm foods, like, guys, I just came across this pack of prawns.
Or the Costco. I'm having a great time with the Costco one.
Exactly. There's people that are relatable that will allow you to access information that you can readily be applied to your current lifestyle and your current bank balance. And there's the people that you follow who have an insane Chanel collection of super unique bags, who you just follow because you just like looking at. You're never gonna probably be able to buy a £13,000 Chanel bag in your lifetime. I pray for it all. Whoever wants it, I pray you do get to a point where you can. But realistically, we can't buy that now. But what we can do is look at her unboxing it and see what it looks like. It's a balance of life. Like, at the end of the day, we are, as humans, it's natural for us to aspire to things. It's how we have goals and visions, etc. And yes, not everyone has this goal base or whatever, but a majority of us, I'm sure, that are listening, do set goals or whatever, or have particular goals or things that we aspire to, whether it's in our job, etc., whether it's a promotion, etc. And there's things that we look to that are relatable, whether it's our friends, our families, etc. The content creators that we follow that recommend us stuff, or we see something online, we're like, oh, actually, I really like that, I'm going to buy that. Doesn't mean that we are dumb or caught up in this trend, or we're a victim of social media. We have a lot of it. We're exposed to a lot of information on a daily basis. It's up to you to really decide what it is you want to take in and what you don't want to take in. What we don't need to do is demonize people who are creating this content or who are giving us this information, because at the end of the day, everyone has different interests. It's the same way I said that girl got attacked because a woman said that she's well dressed. Just because you don't understand it doesn't mean she's not well dressed. I saw her and I said, she's got a lot of character, and she walked into a room, I would look at her. And the more content I saw from her, the more I understood the way she dresses. She's very into the origin of fashion, the designers, the art of fashion, which a lot of people will not get. It's the reason why a lot of us don't wear or don't really understand the runway pieces that we see during Fashion Week, because it's about the art. It's couture. We are more for ready to wear, where it's a bit more, how do I say, wearable for everyday life. But some people aren't into that. Some people's whole thing is couture. They love the pizzazz of it, the story, the art, etc. Doesn't mean that they're wrong. We can't all exist as one monolith and just move. Like if polka dots are in, we all have to wear polka dots, or if stripes are in, we all have to wear stripes.
And also, this is why discernment is really important as well. And I like when we talk about uniqueness, it's so important, because not everyone can wear polka dot. Realistically, I can't. I went into the shop the other day and I was like, I would like to. It's not,
too much dots on the surface area.
It's not for me. I get it's trendy and I get it's cute, and sometimes I look at it and think, can I?
No.
But my style isn't cutesy.
I'm not that kind of babe. But the same way I can't wear what was that thing? There was something that was trending. I was like, I can't wear that. Oh, those frilly booty shorts. I will get arrested. That's indecent exposure.
What's the other one that I don't think is my cheetah print. Cheetah print is just not part of my fashion.
And that's fine. Like we can all find our bits. Oh my god, this is such a super serious episode. Drop a joke real quick.
I wanted to talk about
Is that serious too?
It's relationships.
It's fine. This is what you guys come from anyway.
I love the tattoo.
What tattoo?
That one.
Oh, I still need to finish it. I wanted to colour in the hearts.
It's gorgeous.
Thank you. It's my favourite tattoo.
Right. I wanted to talk about one off the back of everyone copying everybody other, and off the back of what we said about overcompensation. Can I just say two things? So 2 things are happening. One, this having a boyfriend being an embarrassing thing, everyone needs to look at their soul. Everybody needs to study their soul, because I think there are aspects of the soul that are now turning black, and we need to fix it. Because what do you mean you are looking at people in relationships and saying, it's icky, yuck, hatui? No one says the same about friendships. It's literally 2 people bonding, like just building bonds and liking each other, and everyone's like, yuck.
God forbid if you have a baby now, Jesus Christ will eat you up there.
It's given overcompensation a little bit. And that's not to say, again, you can be single and have fun. As me and Steph have said, advocates for being single and outside and having a great
single,
time.
Slap on your thong and get outside.
Enjoy
your life.
Oh my God.
Enjoy it. And I always say it to single people, especially when they lament about being single. This is the best years of your life. Enjoy it. You have the freedom to get up and go. You can book a flight and travel tomorrow and not have to consider anybody. So if you are single, no one's demonizing you. Fucking enjoy your life.
Enjoy it. It's a great time. But when everyone's out here saying, but people in relationships though, you're embarrassing. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to soft launch your partner? Again, can I just say, sometimes guys, your insecurities are on the table. You've left your like, see, your pant is showing. Your pant is showing.
I think at first, I was actually, let me not lie. At first, I was really happy that women were decentering relationships, because I do feel, and I say this all the time, I do feel like it's a very dangerous thing to carry marriage and partnerships
on your head.
I feel it can lead to you making very dangerous or very detrimental decisions. But at the same time, I have noticed that there's been a lot more negative language towards relationships, marriages, picking apart people's relationships, especially when it's a public relationship. And even children now, giving birth, having children. I totally understand not everyone wants to have kids. And do you know what? I'm actually super proud of the women that have stood up to say, actually, I don't want kids, and stood on that, because I feel like there's something very dangerous that comes from women who actually don't want to have kids having kids. It just ends up with abusive relationships and traumatized children who turn into traumatized adults, which I'm totally against. However, it's now starting to be a thing of like, God forbid you show your partner you love your partner, you have a good time with your partner. You're showing that actually I'm seeing it more with like engagement posts. And I think I said this before, where someone will get engaged, they make a TikTok about it because they're super happy, and there's people in the comments critiquing their ring. Some people even posting their own ring. What are you doing?
What's wrong? That's mad.
There's even this new thing of people reviewing people's weddings, like creators' weddings. Like, oh, I thought she would have gone for something a bit different. I've
seen this. Oh my God.
What? Sorry. I'm not saying that if you haven't been married, you can't make a comment. But sister, if it's easy, do it. If it's easy, you do it. Why are you critiquing people's weddings?
That's crazy.
When did weddings become a thing that we critique? Like that.
That is mad.
I don't understand, to the point where Jackie Allen actually made a really good video about this. Funny enough, I saw it not the day before yesterday. I was coming back from work and I was watching it, and she was like, this is the reason why I kept my wedding private, because when did weddings become a thing that you can critique? You are actively going out of your way to find pictures of this influencer's wedding and say, oh, why did she wear those shoes? Or, oh, I don't really like that dress. Or I thought she would have gone for something a bit interesting, etc. It's not your day.
A day that's like, to some people, it's the most important day of their life, if that's what it is. Why does your opinion matter?
Why would you want to ruin someone's special moment?
Why would you want to talk
giving your
negativity
own
of it?
opinion?
Why would you even want to, even if it is your own opinion, why would you want to vocalize a negative opinion on
Go to
something?
a group chat.
But even it's someone's special day.
But if you want to say something, and I'm not gonna lie, you know me, guys, I'm no angel. Every time we lose a follower on Spotify, I know it's something that I said. Every time we lose a subscriber, I know it's something I said.
I disagree, but we agree.
But you guys know, this is why it's good to be bad character, because I don't need to ruin my reputation. I never had one.
You said this is how I came here.
I have talked shit about people's weddings. Okay, personally, I hate a purple flower. I hate a purple flower. I'll say it. I hate when people choose purple as their wedding theme. I've only seen one nice purple wedding. Okay, when I saw a purple flower, I sent it to Christiana and I said my shit. Okay, I hate a generic wedding dress. You know, the one that they just bought off a mannequin. I hate it. Okay, I sent it to Christiana and I talked my shit.
I just also want you to know that me and Steph came up with the designer for our wedding dresses, and then we decided that we couldn't use her anymore.
We couldn't use it anymore. Too many scandals. But I chat shit. But the difference is I chat shit privately. Under the post, I'll be saying, congratulations, you look incredible. In my chat, why purple? Why that dress? Why that cut? That's how you do it. What I will never do is probably go, well, I thought she would have chosen a different shoe, etc. Who the hell am I to speak?
It's insanity. It's
Christian,
madness.
I will slip her after an hour on my wedding day.
Well, and this is the thing, because we know ourselves. If we were to critique on other people's posts, the critique you would be able to critique on my own. Yeah.
I wore Crocs at my little wedding dinner, by the way. I was in Croc and a two-piece. I was tired. Okay. If anyone wants to pick up my wedding, I would say fair enough. I didn't even like that wedding. It was during the pandemic and you could only have a limited amount of people, and venues back then were super expensive. I didn't like my wedding. I said, when I renew my vows, I'll have the wedding that I want. And if anyone tries to pick that apart, you're getting straight blocked. First of all, I don't even know if I'll post a picture of it, because I can't deal with I don't have time to explain myself about why I chose this for my own special day.
I saw somebody. This is actually true.
It wasn't a.
No.
But
it was
it's not a wide. No one saw it. It's fine.
But no, I saw someone the other day talk about it, and they were talking about when you come and put stuff on the internet. She was saying that when she talks about things that she's going through, she talks about it after it's happened, because the internet is full of vultures.
Oh, Leah.
And I don't know.
That's because of Leah's face, because I think I.
And she was like, yeah, the internet is full of vultures, and sometimes people come looking like they're coming to your aid, and they're actually there to eat you the fuck alive.
I saw that video. I can't remember who it was. Wasn't Leah's face, but I saw that video.
And I was
like,
it's
true.
Bet.
It's
and I was
true.
Like, actually, bet. So it's like there's certain things that I get it. And again, I hold my hands up. It's quite hard when. So for me, that's quite difficult, because I have a podcast with my best friend and I be yapping. Like when we're here,
it's our job to overshare.
We just
it's actually now it's now our job, part-time job, to overshare. But it's our job to overshare. Yeah, heavy on the part-time, please. Don't unsubscribe from Patreon.
We're
I beg
just trying
you.
to make it through.
Please.
Thank God we need.
Please, but don't worry. One day it will be full-time. But for now, it's part-time. But thank you guys for making it part-time even.
We love you. But yeah, so it's like, obviously when I'm here, I'm yapping to my best friend and I just be talking to my best friend about everything. So we overshare. And so it can be difficult. But when the person said that, I said, she's not wrong.
Yeah.
Because you share something that's too sensitive to you, and you're very, and again, I get it with the wedding, because that is a day I've created. I've spent years dreaming about. I've now put it into place, and I might not be able to get all the things I want, or there might be things that I've wanted for, so I'm so proud of. And to now allow somebody to come and be like, actually, someone that has no alliance to me, no loyalty to me, no reason to think about me as a person first, to be like, that's disgusting. Why did she do that? So I'm actively asking for my head to be rocks.
No,
Please.
yeah, I can't, and like that's why I'm always like wedding. Like we were like, oh, why don't you haven't posted your wedding? I'll show you that one photo, and that's it. And you know which one it is, the one me holding up my ring. I'm not showing anything else. And even like when it comes to kids, I always say that I will never show my kid's face, and that's just because like I chose to put myself out there.
Not
My
them.
kid didn't,
Yeah.
and my kid isn't real estate for anyone else to own the right to access them. And even like with like going through stuff and showing it in real time, we have been through some shit whilst we're recording. No one needs to know that. There's certain parts where it's like, yeah, we may share like later on down the line, but in real time, even for protection of everyone involved, it's just not necessary.
I was actually going through a whole breakup when I was recording. That is insane.
Yeah, we be doing shit, but I don't think it's like wise for us to share. That it's not useful for us or anyone involved for us to share it in real time.
Yeah.
And like it may come out in drits and drabs, but it's like I don't think it's a thing that I don't think it benefits anyone just to hear it in real time, because then now we're asking for real time commentary with very limited context, which just becomes a very dangerous game.
Especially when you don't even know your own mind in the moment. You're just trying to decide things.
I don't know, like you lot listen, but like I only see the same 2-3 people commenting.
Yeah, we're familiar with those people.
I don't know the rest. I would love to know you guys if you just comment and say hi.
Say hi.
But like I don't know what you guys. I don't know who you guys are.
Yeah.
Like and I love you guys. I wish more of you comment so we will know who you are. Jasmine will tell you that we're very friendly.
Jasmine will.
And Jen.
And Super Cherry.
And Super Cherry, shout out to you. I know I got your username wrong. You know I'll get a username wrong, but Super Cherry, shout out to you. I know her. She stays giving
And
the love hearts on Instagram.
And off Shaq.
And obviously Shaq, OG Shaq. But Super Cherry, every time I have a down day, I know Super Cherry gonna be there to give me a little like. It make me feel human again. But like we don't know everyone that listens to our podcast, so it's like I don't know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm pretty sure I have one enemy that's listening right now. I don't know who's using this.
I didn't. Me and you are bad character enough that we imagine our enemies.
No, there's someone
lurking.
Someone, and it's fine. Like again, we knew this is what will come with putting ourselves out there. But I just do feel like.
But this is why I also think it's so important. I love that you do this, and I try to do it more as well. Remind people of who you are, because this is the realms of comfortability, because sometimes people can come on the internet and believe because you're just a talking face that you're not a real person and you won't correct them. And I think it's very important when people are, yes, we put ourselves out there and we're real people. Remember, I'm a real person though, because I will give you a very real response in real time.
I stopped doing that as much now because brands are watching, but like again, and it comes with me even in real life, because I'm like funny and bubbly, etc. People think that I'm not boundaried. And it happened the other day actually at work, where I had to like correct someone or something. I booked a desk and they were sitting at the desk and they were like, well, I've been here for 2 hours. I was like, well, I still booked the desk, and I started unpacking my stuff. I thought that it moved, and I felt bad about it, but I was like, also like, would you do that to someone else?
Yeah, literally.
Is it because I'm jokey here? Because I'm jokey here because I'm paid to be professional.
Yeah.
I'm naturally not like, if this was outside, move the stuff.
Yeah. It's true.
I'm doing it in a way where HR won't have a case, but that's just who I am. And I try and have a balance, because I'm not I know sometimes I can make myself sound like an absolute bitch on here, and I'm not that, but I'm just very boundaries, because I believe in respect. If I'm going to respect you, you have to also respect me. If there's like and there's different things that people find disrespectful, I'm very vocal about what I find disrespectful, because I know that it's very difficult for me I've had to work really hard for the majority of my life, to be fair, to control my anger and control my reactions. And I just don't want anyone to ever bring me to that place, because when I go blind. I don't care who I'm talking to. I can be very disrespectful, but I've worked really, really, really hard to keep that at bay. So when people do get confused, I think, oh well, she's bubbly and jokey, etc. So she can't. Almost like, not that I'm a dickhead, but like I'm not gonna confront you. I'm not gonna say like pull you up on things. It's like no, because I'm like this because I as much as I'm naturally bubbly and friendly, etc., I'm also very boundaried.
Yeah.
I'm still very much.
And you're a related person. And I think that's what a lot of people don't see. Like they
Mm.
don't, it's not easy. Again, when you're dealing with people, it's easy to deal with the surface thing. So it's like, oh yeah, she's jokey, cool. Then you're going to cross the boundary because you're not understanding the complexity of somebody's character. I say it all the time, like I'm very prideful. And if you meet me first hand, because I'm a people pleaser a lot of the time, you won't gather that I'm prideful. And actually my tolerance, no, I have quite a high tolerance. But then when it switches,
it switches very quickly.
And it's gone forever.
And it's gone forever.
It's because I'm the opposite of Stephanie.
Sorry.
I'm the opposite of Stephanie, because Stephanie is, and I say gracious enough because there is grace that you tell people boundaries. Because again, I'm kind of like, oh, I don't want to upset people. My brain, when it gets to that point, is like, ugh.
It's me. I'd rather upset you by telling you my boundary than us going to this blindly, and then you cross that boundary, and now it's like, oh, I didn't know you were like this. And like, no,
No, I
have been. I told you.
Historically, by the way.
Historically, as in, I had to learn grace through my therapist. Before, like 10 years ago, if you offend me, your enemy for life. I won't even want to hear your side of the story. Now I may hear it and then decide to still dip. But I was very erratic when I was younger. I definitely had anger management issues when I was younger. I had like, those like those like therapists that used to come into school. I had that in primary school, in like year 1, year 2.
Who were you beating?
A lot of people. I got excluded from nursery. I got kicked out of like 2 nurseries for beating the fuck out of people.
I swear.
I was beating people.
The thing is, you were never known as troublesome in school.
No, because I had to learn like, hey, they're gonna kick you out of school. Like literally, my mom used to. They will kick you out of school. They will kick you out of school. Because my dad encouraged me to be a fighter. Because really, you can tell he just wanted the sun. He was happy. He used to laugh when they would call him to come pick me up from nursery because I beat the shit out of a kid again.
This makes so much sense, because when I was busy getting in trouble, you were on your trip. You're on your school trip. You said, cool, you lot were excluded.
Because I can't get kicked out again. I actually can't get kicked out again. Like, I've been written off since nursery.
That's crazy.
I can't touch a person again. It's the reason why I don't fight, because I've known my strength since I was small. If I fight someone, I'm going to jail. If I fight someone to my full capacity, I'm actually going to jail.
By the way, guys, for context, because sometimes we be missing out context. There was a point in school where someone tried to bully me, and I attempted to bully back, which again, out of character.
She ever did it. She ever did it.
Because I'm not good at it, I got caught.
She acting too much.
Because I was like, so you want to, and again, this is actually very symptomatic of my character, because it's like, no. Okay, then.
It's because she brought in the drama. She's a drama student, so she overdid it.
I made a flyer, cussing her out.
A brochure. Should we be doing that?
A brochure.
You literally did a brochure. It was folded.
A brochure.
With gel pen.
I made it sparkly.
She made it sparkly. I was just like, this is unique. But also, I can't get,
because you're not going to spread rumors about me. You're not going to be mean. So cool, did that. And then I think there was a second time where she did a similar thing. And then the group just took her ball and wouldn't want us to play with her. We didn't want to play with her. And again, because I was part of that group again, it was like, Daddy was called in twice. So we all got banded from going on a trip, like, what was it, to Isle of Wight or something? Which, to be fair, my parents weren't going to allow me to go to anyway. Yeah. My parents were not allowing me to sleep outside of my house, by the way. But Stephanie managed to, when I say skirt,
One thing about me. One thing about me. I'm a dodge it.
The only one that dodged it, by the way.
Because when you look, man left, I'm going back in the room like, let's reason here, let's reason. You know, boys. That's what I knew. I had.
It's her.
I've got the gift of the gab. Me, I could sweet talk a teacher. I could sweet talk a teacher.
She said it's you man's problem, by the way. I'm going on my trip.
I'm going on my, listen. I'm fine. I said, think about it, miss.
I'm her friend, by the way, miss. I'm her friend. You see, I was playing with her later.
Think about it, miss. Have I ever, of course, right, look at all the joy I bring to this school. Why would I?
Also, can I say, why am I getting punished for bullying back? I evened the odds.
Yeah, but you overdid it. You started writing. You created physical evidence of your bullying.
I think it was poetry as well.
Yeah.
It was rhyming.
That's
It was
very
rhyming,
low.
cussing, because I'm artistic.
And also, I literally all I did was crack jokes. What are you going to do? I was like unproblematic. All I did was go around. My lunch times consisted of visiting each room, cracking a joke and leaving. That's what it was. Upper band, lower band, I didn't care.
Fucking hell.
You didn't know who you would find me chilling with during lunch. I could be with the emos in the corner. I could be in the emos in the corner.
You found friendship.
Trying to do eyeliner tutorials.
And this is so mad because you are the most introverted, extroverted person I know.
It's because I spent all my extroversion
In school. It's literally you
could
spent
find
it
me
up.
anywhere and everywhere. But it's a good thing because it helped me in adulthood, because by the time I got to uni, I realized how much people aren't used to speaking to people outside their social circle, whereas for me, it's a way of life. So I can, even till now, I can speak to anyone for all walks of life, and it's helped me because I've become an incredibly good marketeer and salesperson because I can speak to anyone and sell it to them. It's the reason why at work they roll me out when they need a certain signing, because I'm going to go in there and I'm going to come out that artist's best friend.
Yep.
I'll yappity yap. I'll position I know what, disarm them. Don't go in there, act all super professional, the typical music exec, crack a joke, say something relatable. Everyone's guard is down. You disarm them with jokes.
Yeah.
In life, you actually have to, especially in this Britain, where if they find that they were intelligent and have any ambition, gun up. You have to lower it.
That is so key.
With a joke. You lower it with a joke. Oh yeah, I look like I just got attacked by a pigeon. Sorry guys. Ha ha ha. She doesn't care about her parents, or she knows that she's flawed. She doesn't think she's all that. She's okay. Lower the gun. Then take what you want.
Let's go into Reddit Realness.
Yeah. Guys, just before we get into Reddit Realness, I have a teeny favor to ask you. Now, a lot of you do enjoy our shows on a weekly basis, but you're not actually subscribed.
Subscribe to us.
So if you're one of those people that aren't subscribed and we've made you laugh, giggle, cough, sneeze, blink,
Snort,
exist, whatever,
do this one,
breathe, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and hit the bell button so you're notified every time we drop an episode on YouTube. Spotify, Apple gang, make sure again, if you enjoy this episode, if you resonate with anything that we said, if you're like, these girls ate with this discussion, etc., if you even blinked, make sure you give us a 5-star rating, or 4.8 or 4.9, but a 5-star rating will help us massively with driving discovery and getting more people to join the We Just Got Here family. But also, it will allow us to create more great content like this.
and we're dying to do so.
We're dying to do so. So please do give us a hand and give us a 5-star rating. Please. Also feel free to follow us on Spotify as well. Join the gang. A lot of you have, and shout out to you lot, but a lot of you are still relying on you magically stumbling across our episodes on Spotify. So if that's one of you, please do follow and join the family so that when we do drop an episode, it's right there on your homepage and you don't have to look for us. Anyway, let's get back to the gist. Right, Reddit Realness. Am I the jerk for not telling a woman her boyfriend was flirting with me until after she embarrassed me? I was at a friend's birthday dinner and one of her friends brought her boyfriend. He was pretty obviously flirting with me whenever she wasn't around, asking if I was single, complimenting my dress and trying to get me to add him on Instagram. Weird. I didn't encourage it, but I also didn't say anything to her because I barely knew either of them and honestly didn't want to get dragged into relationship drama. Later in the night, she made this comment in front of everyone about how I was trying really hard to get male attention because I was dressed up.
What?
Hey, you walked straight into that one, sis. A couple of people laughed and I got annoyed, so I told her maybe she should worry about the guy she came with since he spent half the evening trying to get my number while playing steak.
They need to do all that.
Oh, yeah. But also, I hear it, sis. She immediately started crying and they had a huge argument outside. One of our friends said I was justified. Another says I clearly only told her to humiliate her, and if I actually cared, I would have said something privately earlier, but she chose to embarrass me in front of everyone, so I did the same.
Let me just say something. When your bad character has come out, now you're being served karma for your own bad character.
You can't control people's reactions to you giving them bad character. I would say it was petty, but I'm sorry, to me it was justified.
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 I'ma say that. No, just because you thought she was the one and you found out she wasn't.
she
Now
wasn't.
where do we go? Because there's certain people, as you said, people choose who they do things to. There's certain people that they look fantastic and you're like, oh, you look fantastic. Well, you want to say, oh, you're trying to get men's attention. Yeah, it's your own boyfriend's attention I caught
insecure.
now.
You're insecure.
Now what?
And
Now
she
what,
gets you.
sis?
Go focus on your bad behaved boyfriend. Your hair focusing on what people are wearing. I mean, was it petty? Yes. Was it justified? In my eyes, yes. Sorry, you didn't have to open your mouth. You said that you don't know her enough to tell her. That means you don't know you enough to be making comments like that.
All you need to say is you look nice and done. Your own jealousy. Look, see where your jealousy has got you. This is why I say study your heart. Everyone be guided. Study your heart. Because see how you let that jealousy on the table. Now someone served it right back in your face, and you want to dare cry. Play victim,
play stupid games, win stupid
prizes.
You started, she finished it.
Imagine what you thought she. And again, I'm even happy for OP, because OP is what you call him, right? I'm even happy for her because people, like, this woman thought she could play in your face. She thought, imagine you don't know me from Ada.
Yeah,
I'm around new people, and because I'm dressed a certain type of way, which is my fucking choice, you're like, oh, well, you're only trying to... Do you know me like that, bitch?
Do you know me?
The fuck?
You ain't gotta focus on your boyfriend that's out here disgracing you. You're trying to disgrace me. Again, it's insecurity. Why do you even need to say that to someone?
Right. Make sure you... Again, everybody... Me and Steph do this often. So I just say it's a good trait to... You see your insecurity? Just work on it.
Work on it.
Work on...
Don't be a hater.
Again, work on yourself. A mantra of the season. Work on yourself so you don't become a hater. We say it all the time, please, because some of you are showing your bad character, sitting like your dick on the table. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
Let everyone know your boyfriend that like you. You see how you could have just kept quiet, made yourself a little drink, a bit of tequila and a bit of pineapple juice if there's anything involved there.
Mine would have gone about business. Rested. You would have gone singing karaoke in the car with your boyfriend. Now you know he's outside. Now you know he doesn't like you. Now you know he likes the girl that you thought was doing too much. Now you know he likes too much, and you're not enough. Did we have to do this? I'm just girl. Sorry. Justified.
I think we're justified.
I don't think you're an asshole.
This was the easy one.
People need to mind their fucking business. Keep their mouth shut.
1000%. Adult fans of the week.
What is my adult fan of the week? I had one. Oh yeah, of course. Haha. And this is with your... You said something similar to this with being audacious, I think you said at one point. But actually, my thing is, and I mentioned this earlier on the pod, but I can't emphasize it enough. Do not disturb. When you're overwhelmed, do not disturb. Because now you get to choose when you want to message people. And then you can go about your business. And when you need a moment, just do it. Just do it. When you need to focus, just do it. Because sometimes, and again, as we spoke about in this pod today, like, there is so many people putting opinions all over the thing. And if you're sensitive, if you're not feeling secure in yourself, whatever have you, it's very easy to internalize things that have nothing to do with you. Put your phone on Do Not Disturb and crack the fuck on. And again, allow yourself to work on yourself so you don't become a hater. Protect your peace. Do not disturb.
My adult fan of the week. Oh, I just had it. Oh, it's a company called... My adult fan of the week is a company called Sunday Mornings. I came across them on Pinterest. They do really cool Bible covers. I know I'm the one that's always reading at the Jesus jokes, but I do believe in God and I do worship him, by the way. So they do really cool Bible covers. So there's like a sick leopard print one that I'm personally gonna get. There's a zebra print one. There's like a red croc one. Think what's that notebook company? Smithson? Not Smithson. Oh, I can't remember. You guys know what I'm talking about. But they have really like cool like Bible covers that just make it look a bit more fun. For ladies that like things that look nice. So yeah, I highly recommend. I came across them and yeah, they've got like so many options. They're called Sunday Mornings. I'll leave a link in the description box. But yeah, if you're a Bible babe, if you want to go to church in style or you want to study your Bible at home in style, I would highly recommend them. Yeah, it just looks great. Sorry. Yeah, and that brings us to the end of this week's episode, which means I'm about to Meg. Guys, if you're watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed this episode, make sure you like, comment on anything that we have discussed today. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree with us? Let us know in the comments. What would you do in this Reddit realness dilemma situation? Is she the jerk, or was this justified? We think it's justified, but let us know if you think otherwise in the comments. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Like I said, make sure you give us a thumbs up, but also make sure you hit the bell button so you're notified every time we drop a YouTube video. And feel free to hype our channel. I don't know what it does, but it seems
Do it. It's
funky.
fun. It's a new thing to do. Thanks.
Thank you. If you're watching or listening on Spotify, Apple, or anywhere else where you get your podcast, or you enjoyed this episode, make sure you give us a 5-star rating, or 4.8 or 4.9, but 5-star rating. Even if you don't think we're a 5-star show, we'll get there. So help us get there by giving us 5 stars. You can find us what we just got here. You can find us what we just got here pod on Instagram. We just got here podcast on TikTok, and WJGH podcast on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Stephen Chigru. Tia, where can I find you?
Find me on Instagram at Tiana Roberts, and all other socials at MSTIA Roberts.
And it's a wrap, guys. Which I'll see you next week, or tomorrow, or Monday, or Tuesday.
Any day of the week.
Any day of the week.
We'll see you later.
I'll see you. Bye.